Bought a LV bag for my little girl mama. Zip it in ends, I caught 300. Chick get chicken, we ain't buying 300. Had beef with the family, so I shot 3 bullets. I was serving my family, I was serving 3 cousins. The boy hit the plug, so I found 2 more. When you plug hydroponically and I'm a real low. Come and get them now, cause they flying out the door. Can't waste my time, I can argue with a hoe. She gon' feel on my dick. New D&G's joggers, got blood underneath my shoe, T-Rocks. In Japan on my face, got Cartier goggles. At night I had dinner with an IG model. Keep plastic fin, catch a nigga one squawk. Plug online said you can't quit this shit on. I'ma come kill your family. Bitch, you got bands on the motherfucking inside. Going for the motherfucking paint and money. When I fuck a bitch, boy, you know I got shit glove on. But hell nah, I ain't Danny. I ain't at the circle, but I'm burning on sweets. And I think this flavor right here, cotton candy. Feeling like walk, I'ma need me a time. Spin me in bars, I'ma need me a grind. Wearing bands in 10,000 square feet match. Every time you go hard in the streets, I'm champion. Slept on the growth field like I'm went camping. My plug from the island, favorite blue chew bag. Y'all niggas ain't eating, y'all niggas little family. Had 300 bands, but they all on vanity.
Mars.
I just put the studio in my kitchen. I'm fuck bad bitch in my kitchen. Whole see my car and turn their head and braid their neck like an ass or scissor. I was on the plane with the pad feeling weary. Fizz on the iPhone, I turned off Siri. My mama told me never let me take your jury. If you ain't a boss, then you can't stand near me. If she ain't a bad bitch, you can't get near me. R.P. the little man, I miss him dearly. DCE, you can see that clearly. Ball so hard, that in my recruitment. Spent so much that the hall my recruitment. But like I'm up space, I can shoot 3 moves. Learn how to mix, I can only get better. I just let drink on the paranoid sweater.
Welcome everyone to Chestnut Hill, home of the Boston College Eagles, where fans are filing into Alumni Stadium. They'll look between the field hockey lines, perhaps underneath the Musco lighting that's been imported in, and hope that there will be a party in the moons. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Akron Zips, taking on a team from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Golden Eagles about to kick it away and get this season started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Zips return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Moving past the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Williams looking for a man. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Going with the ground game left. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, do you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
And the Zips are on the move. They'll ride the hot hand.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll immediately call timeout. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Gets it inside the 10. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The play action fake. Zings it complete to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Zips.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Eagles offense will get the ball for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
At the 35, he's loose. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Unleashes it on the run. He's got it at the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Boston College!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The sure hands, it's Harbor. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll try to pick up the first. And the Zips get it past the sticks.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on second down. Williams will pass. Quickly complete. Tackled, but he has a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Zips have it with a 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Line getting set on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Going up top on first down. The quick out. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Eagles.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires one high and deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Williams looking for a man. He'll take another shot here. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Zips will kick it off to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. What a huge call there. They had the turnover. Instead, the roughing the passer call takes it all away. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a crease at the 20. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking, I'm running deep, running deep.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Boston College. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Northwestern is running away with this one behind an offense that's firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Arkansas. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it. The second down coming.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Williams will pass. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. The short hands, it's Smith. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Looking at a 2nd and short now. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw. He finds his man. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Touch pass on the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He's going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Right back to it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. To the air, it's Castellanos. Throwing right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. To the air on first down. He's got it on the run. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. They'll try to get... Welcome, everyone, to Chestnut Hill, home of the Boston College Eagles, where fans are quickly filling up Alumni Stadium in anticipation of a terrific clash we have ahead. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Akron Zips. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So Boston College's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here comes their veteran leader. He has been through the battle, guys, and there are plenty of expectations this season.
Yeah, and there should be expectations. This guy's been around a long time, knows the systems, knows the players. Everybody's going to have to believe in him for this year to be a big success.
Yeah, David, there's just no substitution for experience, right? This guy has played so many snaps. He's seen it all. No doubt they need him to play at a high level.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking to move it through the air. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Running back searching for a hole. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Boston College right back to the line. Might as well give it to him again. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
42, Spider.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
First down here for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Makes the grab outside. It's Harbor. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The decision to go for it does not pan out. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. He's got it and still on his feet. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Boston College wants to play fast. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boston College! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position, situation like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The returner will field it and bring it back. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. The handoff to Johnson. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Williams looking for a man. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Akron.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Surely they're going to kick this thing away. Tied in the second quarter, they're lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Boston College right back to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Eagles! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll give it to Johnson. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's loose. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
The Zips with the 1st and 10. Williams will pass. He's got the back in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have to push passes when I was playing quarterback.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Zips.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can restore. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Golden Eagles will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Williams looking for a man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The handoff to Johnson. At the 40, there he goes. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And the Zips will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll try the run. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. Williams will pass. Got his man out of the backfield. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Touchdown, Boston College. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick six. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. West Virginia is running away with this one. Give that O an A+, and belt out another verse of Country Roads. They're up by 17 over Rutgers. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Quarterback has got to know the situation better than that. In a 2-minute situation, down by 1 possession, you absolutely cannot take a sack.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback checking off. Williams looking for a man. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Boston College!
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Are filing into Alumni Stadium. They'll look between the field hockey lines, perhaps underneath the Musco lighting that's been imported in, and hope that there will be a party in the moons. The Zips will put total leather and will get started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Boston College's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field, but what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
To the air, it's Castellanos. He's got his man. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. Boston College wants to play fast. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grabs it in the middle. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of it.
Oh, look out! Past the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Eagles!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So Akron's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
And as a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some turnovers. You force the fumble. Oh, man, what a break for the offense to fall back on it. Those are moments that you just get a little bit frustrated because it's the luck of a bounce.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Williams will pass. Fires to the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got it. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. A designed run for the quarterback. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Okay, ready? And this will be the 9th play of the drive. A run for the quarterback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Akron.
This quarterback is such a weapon on these design QB runs. He's not trying to just go get first downs. This guy's a threat to take it the distance, and man, he did it right there.
On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They marched 72 yards, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. Tie game, and what about this call? Going for an onside kick here in the first half. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where you're leveraging.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll run it again. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Wide receiver shows motion. Williams looking for a man. He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. It's caught. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on second down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Zips. Remember this one simple precept, and your time with me will not have been ill spent. The tight end is always open.
They think that too. They think they're always open. Throw me the football, but especially in the red zone. This is where you see most tight ends do most of their damage. Big body guys, QB find him, hit him, touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he makes the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Golden Eagles will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They want to run this quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Going to the ground. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The Zips have it with a 1st and 10. Running to the left. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll give it to Johnson. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Akron holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Williams will pass. Makes a grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward. Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
After putting the field goal on the board, they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the first down. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Quick completion on the out route. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Boston College.
Man, great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Purdue. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The handoff to Johnson. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Snagged in the middle. It's Golden. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Williams looking for a man. Got the back over the middle. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first and now forcing a 4th down.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. The offense really couldn't ask for much more than this, Jesse.
You're right. With this much time on the clock, David, the playbook's wide open. You don't have to just be throwing it every down. You can sprinkle in some runs, too.
And you find out what your quarterback's about. Big-time, prime-time moment. You got the ball, tie game. You want to go win, make some plays for the big dog.
Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. He's going to pass. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Fires deep on the run. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Second and 10 after the previous play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. They'll send out the kicker here. With the line of scrimmage at the 32, they'll line up for a 49-yard field goal attempt and a chance to win the game. Kick is good! The big leg delivers the winner. And now they regain the lead. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buffaloes will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. Took a chance on that return, and it did not pay off as he's out of bounds at the 10. The Panthers' return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here comes the talented freshman. A huge spot for him, and there might be a bit of a learning curve here, guys.
No doubt, being so young, he just has to be able to handle his emotion. He's got a lot of talent, David. He just has to keep it all under control.
Man, keep it under control. Realize it's one play at a time. Don't try to do too much, but he's got the talent, and now he's going to have to earn the respect of everybody around him.
On first down, here comes this offense. They go to the ground. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's past the 30. Off he goes. He's at the 40. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
It's a reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It is so easy when you're a defensive player, when you watch a little misdirection of the ball go one way to turn and to run.
That's not my job. My job is to stay home. The defense did a good job of that. Defense stayed home, made the play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the point after is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buffaloes offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Here we go. Yankee blue.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Akron. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Now on first down from the 43. Looking for room, it's Wallace. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Quarterback will audible. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Now on second down. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
A third and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quickly complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back. Pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And he's got it at the tag. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their position on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Buffaloes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking for a man. It's Nolan. It's complete to the left. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Power football with the run. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. With jet sweep pass. He's out past the 35. He's off to the races. He's at the 20. Touchdown, FIU. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Slips through the line. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First down here for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Back to pass, it's Nolan. He's got his man. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's on target and complete.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Florida International! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this? This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. West Virginia is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 17 over Rutgers. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. Ball in the air, intercepted! Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. To the 10. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
touch pass on the jet sweep. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Touch pass on the run. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. After this, it'll be a wrap. He'll come out throwing on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone and time has run out. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Happy Valley, State College, Pennsylvania. The S-Zone fired up, stands starting to fill, and they are ready to see the Penn State Nittany Lions take the field to kick off this new season. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Horned Frogs return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel.
And they get the sack just like that. You can hear the roar all the way to Mountain Nittany after he got in the backfield and made the play.
And they always give you something to roar about, don't you? These Penn State linebackers, I don't know where they find them, but year after year they find some of the best players in all of football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Open runway ahead. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will have its first possession of the game. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
They use the end around, first play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
And I tell you what, I love the versatility of wide receivers nowadays. You can hand him the football in many different ways, but I like this. Get him going full speed in motion. He's already got all that speed built up. Hand him the football. He can chew up 5 yards in a hurry, get you those critical yards you need to put you in better situations.
On the run, it's Singleton. At the 40, there he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Nittany Lions move the chains with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Aller. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes his connection. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Give to the running back. He's there to make the stop.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. It'll be a draw. He breaks a tackle. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I'll tell you what, that one stings a little bit. You're trying to get a drive together, trying to get some points to dig out of your hole. Now you turn it over right before the half. All the momentum shifts straight to the other side.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Little touch pass to the receiver. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He gets a block. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Happy Valley. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
And the Horned Frogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense...
And he breaks into the open. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Fullback's got it. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking downfield, it's Aller. He looks that one in nicely. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect... Sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
First down to start the drive after the break. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. He wants to throw, gets it out fast, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for a crease to the left. They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got out of trouble and throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Let's go! Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. We'll see how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
That's caught. It's Wallace. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Wide out in motion. Dropping back, it's Aller. Coming after it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Got a man. It's Wallace. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.